Hello everyone, I am Tejasvi, studying in Department of Electronics and Telecommunication at Siddhaganga Institute of Technology. I am here to present the work carried during my Embedded Systems internship at EMERTXE Information Technologies. I have done washing machine simulator in PicSim-Lab during this course. Let's look into the contents. We have learned some basic concepts of C programming and embedded systems during 45 days of internship. We have applied these skills in our project and I am showing the simulation of the project in the latest section. Now let's look into the company. I have done internship on EMERTXE Information Technologies, which is India's premier training institution for fresh engineering graduates wishing to pursue a career in core embedded systems and IoT. Now let's look into the topics of C programming. First thing comes to our mind, why C programming in embedded systems? This is the question asked by many of electronics people. The answer for this is pointers. In pointers we can play with the memory, so it is one of the reason which with the inclusion in embedded systems. We have learned some of the basic concepts of embedded systems for basic concepts of C programming like data types, conditional statements, looping statements, and the main thing comes memory management, arrays and functions, and pointers. Now let's dive into the embedded systems. Have you ever wondered that what makes a air conditioner to adjust the temperature? How a washing machine know how much time to rinse the clothes? And the answer is embedded systems. Majority of the embedded systems consists of microprocessor or microcontroller. The data input and the output can be done via ADC and DAC, which are analog to digital converters and digital to analog converters respectively. Diagnosis of the data and the human interference also present with microprocessor and microcontroller. We need to provide the memory to the output to the microprocessor or a microcontroller to store the data, and we also providing the FPGA also. The actuator sensors will be at the end. We need to program this processor or a controller by using an IDE. Now we are in the position to say the definition of embedded systems. It is a system which is having both hardware and software and which performs a specific task. Now what we have learnt in embedded systems, firstly we have understood the differences between general purpose systems and embedded systems. What are microcontrollers, what are microprocessors, and some of the peripherals like LCD, keypad, motors, etc. We have done programming based on washing machine logic by my MPLab XIDE, and we have simulated this in PicSim-Lab simulator. Now let's look into the microcontroller we have used. We have used PIC16F877A microcontroller. This is the board which contains the PIC microcontroller in its primary position, which is having the peripherals like EEPROM, RTC, relays, switches, 7-segment displays, LCD screen, fan, buzzer, and many more. DC motors and other peripherals are also present, but we need to include it explicitly. We are using RB0 switch as door, you can see here, and RB3, RB4 and RB5 as key 4, key 5 and key 6. What are key 4, 5 and 6? We will look this later. And this is the DC motor which is explicitly included for the simulation. Now let's learn. Now before diving to the simulation, now let's look into the modes of washing machine like daily, heavy, delicates, whites, stain wash, etc. And we have set the water levels in these four categories: low, medium, max and auto, and these four water levels will be present in all the programs. Now let's focus on the working by seeing the different output screens. This is the welcome screen which says by pressing key 5 washing machine turns on. After pressing the key 5 it needs few seconds to turn on, so it will show this kind of a display. Afterwards it will show the modes in washing. We named it as washing programs. After selecting any of the program, it will display the water levels. We need to start the program by clicking yes switch 5, or if you want to change the program you need to press switch 6. For simplicity we have taken hours as minutes in this program. You can see here I have selected the daily program, and the time will be shown as 33 seconds. Actually it is 33 minutes, but we have taken simplicity as 33 seconds. And after few seconds it will show, or the timer will turns on, and the function what it is performing it is shown there. You can pause the system by pressing switch 6, or you can restart it by pressing switch 4. After all the process it will show as done washing, remove clothes. By mistakenly if we open the door, and it will caution us by showing this kind of message, and the buzzer will turn on. Now let's see the simulation of this. This is the simulation window, and we have to load the hex file. I have already preloaded the hex file, so I will reload it once again. You can see here it has reloaded. You can also set this reset button to reset the machine. This is the PIC microcontroller, and these are the 7-segment display, and this is the LCD screen. This is the fan, and these are serial ports, and this is buzzer, relays and LEDs, switches and many more. You can see the message showing as pressing the key 5 it will turn on the washing machine. So I will press this key 5. You can see here the powering on message will be there present, and these are the programs. We will call this as programs, but the reality is these are the washing modes. For simplicity's sake we have called this as programs. You can change these, and which means that you can toggle these programs by pressing the switch 4. You can see here we can select whites, stain wash, eco cottons, etc. For simplicity's sake I will select aqua store. For selecting this program you need to long press the same key. You can see here I am long pressing that one, and it will select it. You have to select the water level before starting the program, and you can toggle between the auto, low, medium, high and max. I am setting the water level as auto only. You can see here by pressing the switch 5 it will start, and by pressing switch 6 it will stop, which means that if you don't want to continue with this program you can change that one. By the way, I have come to this program by long pressing the same key RB3. I will press now switch 5. You can see here the aqua store and a 50 seconds message is displayed. You can see here the timer is turned on and the fan is running. You can also see here It will take 30 seconds for this. By the time we will observe the pause and door open conditions, I will press switch 6 so it will stop. Yeah, you can see here it has paused the machine. You need to, if you want to resume that one, you need to press switch 4. You can see here it has resumed. And for the door conditions, if I press this RB not key, it will showing that it will showing the status as door as open, please close the door. If I remove that key, it will resume the process. You can see here just 3 seconds are left. 2 1 and the function is done. And you can also hear the noise of a buzzer. You can observe here both the motors and fan I are running. If I pause the system, both will pause, and if I resume it, both will resume. This is my time with the simulation, and thank you.